got graduated from Tier 2 college in the stream of electrical and electronics. As you mentioned, I have around 5 years of DBA experience, right? So initially I focused, like I wanted to project myself as a data engineer at least 2 years or 3 years. Initially I struggled a lot, basically from my electrical and electronics background, right, where we don't have any idea of programming stuff, and initial salary it was like 3.36 LPA. Once that SQL module is completed, right, later I concentrated on the PySpark. Personally, I concentrated much on Databricks.
Difficult challenge in front of you could have been the 3 months notice period, like hack this and get away from this bullshit. So every year in my different multi-cloud data engineering boot camps, I teach thousands of learners, and initially when they reach out to me about the course inquiry, a common doubt which I hear from them that I am coming from some X background which has nothing to do with the data domain knowledge or the data engineering, and I want to transition successfully into the data engineer role. And apart from that, they also have several other challenges like stuck in the service based companies and the 3 months notice period and lot more. So one thing is quite obvious, that working on the right demanding tech skills of the data engineering along with the really good industry grade projects is going to suffice a lot of things for this transition. But dealing with other several challenges which I was talking about, that is a different level of story, and that is why in this podcast our guest speaker will give you that kind of clarity, because he's someone who's coming from a Tier 2 college, working 5 years in the TCS for the DBA role, the database admin, and after that he recently made the successful transition into the data engineer role with a really good salary package as well. So his experience is gonna be really helpful for all of you who are stuck in this kind of scenario and want to transition into the most popular job profile of the current time, that is data engineering. So watch this podcast till the very end. He will be sharing everything about his experience dealing with the 3 month notice period, what kind of skill set you need to focus on, how to tune your resume, what kind of things you need to mention, adjusting the experiences, what way you can opt for to get the multiple job opportunities, how to target the different companies, a lot more insightful things he's going to talk about. So watch this till the very end, and if you think that this is going to help others as well, then don't hesitate to give a like in the big numbers. And if you're new to the channel and want to get inspired by such kind of stories moving forward, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the notification icon as well. And a very important announcement for all the viewers, we are into the festive vibes. This is the Diwali period, and to make this festive period of Diwali really special for all the aspiring data professionals, on my platform Grow Data Skills, we are running a mega Diwali sale. Will be valid till 23rd of October, and you will be getting exclusive amazing discount offers. If you want to take bundle courses, you can use coupon code Diwali20 to get flat 20% off. And on other courses, you will be getting flat 10% off. You can use code Diwali10. So no matter what kind of data profile you want to target, be it data engineering, we have complete basic to advanced data engineering courses, the self-paced, the live classroom program with multi-cloud AWS, Azure, GCP, and practical learning with proper industry grade projects. And there will be proper dedicated doubt support and the placement assistance, the resume building sessions, the job opportunities, quizzes, assignments, their solution, interview preparation guide for every single thing, and lot more challenging thing to validate your learning. And apart from that, if you want to become a data analyst, we have the courses for that. If your path is data science, we have the dedicated affordable courses for that. And if your path is the AI related stuff, then we have the dedicated courses for that one as well. And everything is super affordable for all of you, and you know this quite very well, that this is how Grow Data Skills deliver thing: affordable cost, quality content, practical driven, and the total project based things. So what are you waiting for? The link has been given in the description, or you can visit www.growdataskills.com and avail these amazing discount offers today itself. And if you have any query and you want to discuss with me, then feel free to call or drop a WhatsApp message on this given number. All right, so thank you so much, Narean, for joining me in this podcast. I am really excited to have you here and discuss about your journey in the data engineering domain. I know a little bit about it, and that's why I know how important it will be to discuss your journey with the aspiring data engineers who are stuck in some different kind of backgrounds, because you will definitely motivate them. So first of all, can you give a short introduction about yourself to our audience, like anything about your past background, past job and current job designation, whatever you want to talk?
Sure. Yeah. First of all, hi Shashank, and yeah, thanks for inviting me for this podcast. And yeah, I'm basically from Tamil Nadu, and I just got graduated from Tier 2 college in the stream of electrical and electronics, and I graduated on the year 2020. Later on, I
Okay.
got selected into TCS, which is a campus drive, and I have been working in TCS for around 5 years. Later on, I switched the organization to Accenture a few months back, and I'm currently working as a full-time Azure data engineer there.
We will deep dive more into your journey, because that is the experience I want you to share with the audience, so that they can feel it and they can also make up their mind to come out from their comfort zone and like transition into these top notch job profiles. So, Narayan,
Yeah.
I am very interested to know about your college life. Like, okay, you were from the electronics background. So, during your college life, what was your perspective? What you were actually planning for your future? Did you literally thought about getting into the IT, or you had some different plans? And obviously, you said that via campus you got the role for the you got the role in the TCS. So, how it happened? I mean, what role it was, and how did you find it?
Okay. So yeah, basically my college days, like I thought of getting into the gate preparation. Even I was preparing for the gate preparations as well in my final year. And I gave around couple of attempts, but it didn't work. And parallelly, I thought of giving an attempt for the TCS as well, where I got selected. And later on, also it is a COVID time, right? So even I don't find any opportunities in the core, wherever the core companies where we don't have much vacancies. And also I thought of joining TCS, and later on even I don't have any idea about IT or anything, programming stuff or the coding, anything. I have started studying 𝗍𝗶𝗶𝗶 for the interview purposes, like around my final
Okay.
year. Started doing the problem statements, which is basic aptitude and problem solving things which we used to do for the interview preparations. So that I did, and that was helpful for cracking the TCS. That's how I got into it. But yeah, in TCS, I got into the role of Oracle database administrator. Even that,
Yeah.
even I don't have any idea like how that role it would be. Either it would be a support or development or anything. I don't have any idea about it. So I got into that and started working where I was part of rotational shifts, night shifts. So that is how it went in TCS for around 5 years, I would say.
So when you, let's say, get into TCS, as you said, right, you had
Yeah.
no idea about it.
Mm.
How was your first experience in the corporate, and that too dealing with the DBA profile? So how was your like first year experience? Were you able to catch up this profile, or you were like, okay, I won't be able to survive here. Maybe they will kick me off. How was those emotions?
Yeah. Initially, I struggled a lot. Basically, from my electrical and electronics background, right, where we don't have any idea of programming stuffs and how the real time environment, how it would be. I struggled a lot even to cope up the things which is related to the DBA stuffs, right? I struggled a lot initially for around 1 year, I would say. And later on, somehow I catched up and started working on all the routine day-to-day activities. That is how it went through. Yeah, and like even my team, they were helpful on yeah, whatever the struggles, whatever I am facing, even entire journey, right? So they were helpful, and there I got to know the Linux environments and the database, how it works, the SQL, how it, the logics we used to do, and all those stuffs where I got introduced to that part only through the DBA role. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, really glad to hear that you got that kind of support. So one small follow-up question. When you got hired in TCS, what was your starting package, right, which they offered?
Yes. So initially, I mean, most of my like friends joined in TCS because it was a campus drive, right? And initial salary it was like 3.36 LPA.
I see.
Yeah, that was my initial salary. But yeah, after getting into the TCS, right, what I did is like there is a digital examination. Like internally, TCS used to conduct that for employees and even for the campus drives as well. So I cracked it, and later on I got an increment of salary like around 100 percentage from my initial salary. So that is how the journey
That's
it went through.
that's good. So like you cracked it within the first year itself, or like
No,
after two years
no,
something?
it was like a third year exactly.
Third year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like 100% direct jump, that's pretty good.
Yes.
You worked approximately 5 years, right, in total in the TCS itself, and your complete experience in the database admin role. So when and how did you like realize and decide to transition into the data engineering role specifically? And I'm pretty sure you might have at least check the different other profiles like the dev, software dev, or the data analytics or the data science. So I just want
Yes.
to know your mindset. What was the main reason behind it, and how did you decide?
Okay. Yeah, even I explored from my end the different profiles. Like initially, I explored DevOps as well, like how it works and how the job day-to-day activities it would be. And later on, I explored the data engineering profile as well. So even I got introduced to this data engineering while I was preparing for the digital examinations. So
I
where
see.
I wanted to learn the SQL, and all those stuffs, and also big data as well, Hadoop, Hive, and all those things where it like it attracted me, like the SQL logics and the day-to-day activities, right? How we used to develop the things. So that was really I got interested into that part. And later on I started exploring all those things, and then I started seeing your podcast videos initially. Like I have seen
Okay.
multiple people from different backgrounds, right? They were giving their experiences and the transition journey, so which gave me hope. Okay, even we can try and we can jump into the data engineering domain. So that's how I started. And I started digging up I have researched multiple things, and got enrolled into your course, which is Azure Data Engineering Batch 3.0. And I followed like an entire module, like whatever you suggested and whatever you gone through, right? So that is how my journey started into this data engineering domain. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really happy to hear those things. First of all, like you can see, right, the full circle. You were watching podcasts of others, getting motivated.
Yes.
Now you are here and sharing your experience. So it's a wonderful journey in itself. I feel really happy when I see these kind of transition stories where people always put the question mark that this seems difficult or this may not happen, right? What you won't be able to show the experience, you won't be able to do this and that. So that's why I feel these stories are really inspiring, and definitely it is one of them. Okay,
Yeah.
so moving on to the next thing, Narean, and obviously you're part of the D Bootcamp, and
Yes.
everyone knows I teach lot of things. But
Yeah.
from your point of view, because you prepared for yourself, you appeared in the interviews. So when you decided to get into the data engineering, right? Then what kind of step by step roadmap you prepared for yourself, like in terms of the skill set that okay, I will go through this one first. So if you can talk about it extensively, it will be really helpful for the aspiring Ds who are watching this one.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Even initial days, right? Even I thought it wouldn't be possible. Like I have around 5 years of work experience, right? So it would be tough. But yeah, after getting enrolled into the course, I started. I would say the SQL is the main part. Like we just want to be fundamentally more strong on the SQL part, even advanced concepts, window related functions and all those things. We need to be more strong on to that part, and later on we need to proceed with the other modules or whatever it is. So I would say SQL, I concentrated much on SQL part. I have completed the assignments, whatever you gave on the classes and all those things. So that's how I started. Then once that SQL module is completed, right, later I concentrated on the PySpark. Sorry, not PySpark, which is Hive. Yeah, Hive as well. Currently, industry, few projects they are working on it, but multiple projects they haven't working on Hive. But I would say even it is the basic thing which would be helpful for us to know the big data environment, how it works and everything. And once that is done, I've gone through the Python, then PySpark. So these things, even like after seeing the lectures as well, I have practiced through the assignments and multiple questions I have gone through. So that's how I did. And later on, the cloud, we can pick up any cloud, like any like AWS, GCP or Azure, anything we can pick it up as per our wish. So I picked up Azure, and later on concentrated on the cloud related stuffs and how the projects were made. And I concentrated on this batch processing. Even, yeah, you covered everything, like even NoSQL datasets, even structured datasets. So I concentrated on the structured datasets, and which is a batch processing. So I started doing the personal projects around those things. So I started building up the projects around that thing, and later on I have uploaded it to the GitHub as well and projected that in resume as well. So that's how I mean, this was my complete roadmap. And later on I started appearing for the interviews.
So maybe a small follow-up question from my side. When we talk about the trending tech skills, right? Companies are like expecting different things. So did you emphasize a lot on the cloud and the Databricks sort of things as well? Or you were like, you took it on the lighter note that, okay, I'll focus more on Spark and all those things, and just the overview level kind of thing you prepared for Databricks and cloud? So if you can answer that.
Sure. I would say I concentrated much on Databricks. Even after started working on the Databricks, right, I got interested into that part, and I explored as much as I can, whatever can be done on that latest trend, which is the Databricks. And also what I noticed in current market trend, where they are seeking opportunities for Databricks developers. Even Databricks related roles were more. Even the current organizations where I have been working, the role which is around the Databricks. So I have explored much on that side, even the cloud as well, which is Azure Data Factory and parallelly Azure Synapse and Azure Fabric. I haven't went deep into that thing, but like a kind of advanced concepts, but I just wanted to be more strong on that basics, like whatever the latest tech which is available in the market, right? So I just want to be more need to have a deep understanding on that. So that's how I did. And for Databricks, right, we need to be fundamentally strong on SQL part as well. So without which what I would say is a SQL and PySpark as well, PySpark, Spark. So without which we can't do anything like even in Databricks, even in Azure Data Factory, right? So I would say I gave much importance for that Databricks and Azure Data Factory, even project wise, for all other things as well.
Yep. Totally makes sense, and that's why I asked this follow-up question that do we really need to focus on these things, or we can just take the high-level overview? Perfect. Okay, so now moving on to the next question, which I guess a lot of people are waiting like to get answer, because you were from the DBA background, right? Everybody understood that. Now you started working in D profile. Everybody understood that. So after your preparation, right, for the whole D related thing, you prepared yourself very strongly. how did you start applying for the data engineering jobs, right? So when I say how did you start applying, I mean what type of platforms you were following for yourself to get the job opportunities, right? If you can narrate and share that experience. Plus, most important part, what kind of challenges did you face in this job hunting is in this job hunting process, because you had a lot of odds to deal with, right? Your
Mm-hmm.
background, experience, service based
Yes.
company tag, and a lot more things. So I just want that overall complete answer. How did it happen?
Okay. So yeah, as you mentioned, I have around 5 years of DBA experience, right? So initially I focused, like I wanted to project myself as a data engineer at least 2 years or 3 years. So initially what I did, even whenever I prepared the resume, I kept 2 years as a data engineering experience, and later on 3 years I have worked as a DBA. That's how I projected myself in the resume and started applying. But what I observed is, even in the current market, they are expecting at least 3 years
Right.
for the data engineering profiles, like either if it is a service based companies or product based companies. So later, what I felt is I kept 3 years as a data engineering experience. I projected myself, and also 2 years as a DBA experience. And also, whatever I did personally, like personal projects or whatever I have learned, that is what I kept in the resume. I haven't kept any kind of extra fascinating things, or like all like kind of stuff which were not known to me. I haven't kept those things. So that is how I prepared the resume, and yeah, even started applying through Naukri, through LinkedIn
Okay.
as well. In my
Okay.
case, I would say I received calls, like calls or pings from either from LinkedIn and Naukri as well. It was like 50-50. So
Okay.
that's how I started applying. Like initially, I started applying for around multiple, whatever I used to see in the feed, right? I used to apply. So that's how it started on. And later on,
Okay.
what I
Okay.
observed is, like, even we need to modify the resume according to the job role. Like even if I like apply for a role which is a generic data engineering, right? It used to get rejected based upon that role mismatch. So later on, what I did, I have modified my resume based upon the job role, job requirements, and all those stuffs. I modified it and started applying for every companies. Like also, I
Okay.
have reached out to the over the LinkedIn through the people who were working on those companies, like requesting for the referral. So that's how I started. In Naukri, I used to apply. In LinkedIn, whenever I'm applying, I used to reach out the people. Like I used to
Okay.
ping them, and I used to request them for a referral. So through that, I used to apply, and that is how the process got started. And later on, yeah, this whatever the project part, right? I didn't faked anything. Like whatever I learned, whatever I did personally in whatever the personal projects which was performed, right? Only I have mentioned those stuff. And also, it will, I mean, comparing to industry level projects and personal projects, it would differ. So we might
Right.
not know how the actual work is being carried upon, right, on data engineering domain. So even
Right.
I have reached out to the people who were working on the data engineering domain itself and took help from them, like how the real time experience it is, what are all the day to day activities they are performing. So on combination of those things, whatever I heard, right? So that is how I projected myself, even in the resume and even at the interviews, whatever I got the calls. So that's how it started. Yeah.
Did you apply some sort of tricks and optimizations to your Naukri profile? If you want to share that with the users as well.
Yeah. Okay. For regarding Naukri, right? Like every day I used to update my profile, like early, like in the
So
morning,
yeah,
by
sorry to stop here.
yeah,
I get this kind of answer from a lot of people, and
yeah.
sometimes people have mocked me for this, that
Mm-hmm.
when someone is saying I am updating my profile every day, what they are updating? Like if I have
Okay.
prepared my complete profile, what I am actually updating there, and that too on daily basis.
Okay. Yeah. So I will explain that part. So I used to update the Naukri profile, right? Either my technical skills, like whatever the headline I would modify, or else my like the details, the salary stuffs and the notice period date. I used to modify like random things, whatever in the Naukri profile, which we can edit it up. Like even sometimes headline I used to change. Like Azure data engineer. In sometimes I used to keep it as a Databricks, with Databricks and ADF experiences. So that's how this is how I updated. And like if we are updating frequently, right? So the Naukri, that is how it works. Like our profile will get top onto the recruitment search, and they used to reach out to us. So that's the main thing I did, part of Naukri, like every day, twice or thrice, how much soever I can. I used to update these stuffs. Like it used to be random one. I never like edited on a particular thing. So it used to be a random one. And LinkedIn, same way. Like I have kept the open to roles, and I have mentioned the roles whatever I am aspiring to get into it. So that is how even through LinkedIn, multiple people pinged me and requested for my background and the screening things. That is how it went, even on the LinkedIn part as well.
Now, I guess one of the uh, difficult challenge in front of you could have been the 3 months notice period, because the TCS, Infosys, these kind of companies have 3 months of notice period, and this is one of the thing which even I get from the different students in our bootcamp itself. You might have seen different discussions in the Discord as well. So now, from your experience, how to deal with this 3 months notice period of thing, right? What are the best way to like hack this and get away from this bullshit?
Okay, this is my experience. I'm not sure whether it would be suitable for everyone whoever preparing for data engineering roles, right? Personally, myself, what I thought was, like I was preparing, but I wasn't consistent. Like I was keep on preparing. I used to do assignments, everything. I didn't kept any deadline. But yeah, one day I have decided, okay, I just want to get it done within 3 months. And later on, I decided to give the interviews for Oracle DBA roles. So that is how it started. Okay, in Oracle DBA, I was having 5 years of experience. So I am confident, like I will be able to crack the interview for those roles. What I did, luckily I got an interview call as well, and I have cracked for an Oracle DBA role as well. Later on, with that job offer only, I have started my notice period. So later on, in notice period, what I did, I focused more on the data engineering part and more on the project sides, and that is how it started. But I'm not sure whether it would work for other people, whoever is on other roles, because I'm from a support role, right? So even most of the organizations were accepting that 3 months notice period. But even then, before notice period, I was getting the calls for data engineering profiles where they haven't accepting the 3 months, which is struggle for everyone. So that's why I started took an offer and I dropped the papers. And in the 3 months, right, I have attended all data engineering interviews. So that is how it went. Even I got my offer just 10 days before my end of notice period. So yeah, that's it. That is what happened in my case.
Yeah, but I like this strategy and point that when you know that, okay, this 3 month notice period is gonna be challenging. So at least whatever first offer you are getting, even if it is for your respective profile or at least whatever that is, just get it and drop your papers. So that 90 days period of very good amount of time, right, to target your designated profile and all that. So yeah, it's better to have any offer letter and quickly resign at least. Yeah.
And interesting thing which I need to add up, right? Even I started building the resume after getting into the notice period only. Even before that, I was strong on technical stuffs and I was doing the assignments. But after getting into the notice period only, I have built the projects, even the resume thing. So those things, because as you mentioned, 90 days is a huge period. Like, we can explore as much as we can.
Coming from the DBA background, you interviewed for the DE role, right? So now I would like to know your complete interview experience as well, like in Accenture, how many interview rounds were there considering your background and all, or whatever role specifically they were hiring for. So how many rounds were there, and in each round what type of questions they were actually asking? So if you can help with that detailed interview experience.
Sure. Even most of the service-based companies, right, like even product-based as well, they used to start with the screening round, like where HR used to connect with us and they used to ask us the basic stuff. Even that, I projected myself as 3 years of experience in the data engineering, and they have asked a few technical stuff as well, like what kind of version you are using in the project, Spark version, and what kind of technologies you have been working on to it. Like I have mentioned Azure Data Factory, Databricks, and all these stuffs, and the programming things were PySpark, then SQL part as well. It was kind of a basic screening. Then later on, the second thing, it was a online assessment where they have given the link, and where I wanted to take up an assessment where all the questions were related to SQL. Like it was, I would say, more on window functions, and also the advanced SQL part, how we are able to crack the problem statements, right? That is how it was. And it was a MCQ type questions. And they used to give time period of around 45 to 50 minutes timeline, and we need to get it done. So once we clear that thing, right, then later on the next round is a technical round, where all technical related questions I have encountered. So if I want to brief it, right, so where I have requested to explain the project part. So even they have asked cross questions on that thing as well, where I was able to answer those things because I have personally did those projects, and as well as the combination of work time experiences, whatever I heard from my known circle. And the technical things, where I have requested to write a SQL query, like they have given the problem statement, and I have written the SQL query for that. And also the PySpark as well, they have tested, like where I wanted to write the PySpark code for one of the problem statements, and I have did that thing as well. And later on, the questions were more, it was around Azure Data Factory and Databricks, I would say. Even I have mentioned same in my resume as well. Like I have worked on Azure Data Factory and Databricks. Even I am confident in that part. So I got more questions on, I would say, 70% on Databricks, and the remaining, it was Azure Data Factories, like how the mechanisms, and also cloud services as well, Azure Key Vault, those things as well, and Azure Synapse as well. They have asked a few questions. So that is how it went for my technical interview round. And once it is done, later on, the next, it was a management round, where they have tested kind of management skills, and it was like a project, how you have been working on the project, like day-to-day activities. Again, I have explained all the project related stuffs, but there it wasn't more technical questions. It was more scenario based management questions, and it was like that stuff. And once that management round is got completed, right, then it was the HR round, where we discussed the salary part, and salary negotiations happen. And this is how my complete journey in Accenture.
Wow, that's very detailed. I guess that it will give a very clear cut idea to the viewers that what they need to prepare specifically and how they need to answer. So thanks for explaining it, Narean. Were there any moments where any specific company raised fingers on your DBA background? Because a lot of time people lose the interview opportunities because companies do not show the interest in them just because they do not have a prior experience in something. Although they have upskilled themselves for 4, 5, 6 months, they learn the skills, they have worked on the good projects, and they are able to explain in the interview, but still this thing happens. So I just want to know, like, whether same scenario happened with you any point of time. So,
Yes.
like, what was that experience? And sometimes maybe in the interviews as well, somebody would have asked, okay, you were coming from DBA background, etc., etc. So how did you convince the interviewer that, okay, you are a good fit for the data engineer role? How did you convince them?
Yeah, even in Accenture as well, like I have mentioned in the management round, right? Like they have asked my DBA background, like how I
Okay.
switched internally and how it was and why you picked up this data engineering domain, why particularly this
Got
one.
it.
They have asked the interest about that. Even I was able to convince them, like I am more interested into this part, and to satisfy, like to convince them, I told like I have the technical capabilities as well. I have upskilled, and later on those stuffs. Even along with that, I projected my 3 years of work experience as well. So that helped me. But yeah, even other interviews I have faced these. The interesting part is even one of the interview, right? Like the interviewer was a DBA transition data engineer. So
Okay.
he was impressed about like seeing my profile, and he was asking DB related stuff. Okay, which DB you worked on, which
Okay.
version you worked on, what kind of project it is, and like it was like some kind of a cool interview it went. And yeah, even another interesting part in one of the interview which I encountered is I have mentioned this grow data skills in the certification part as well.
Okay.
So one of the interviewer like asked me about the grow data skills as well, like okay, which batch you're from. Like even I have mentioned like 3.0 batch and all those stuff. Later he told, okay, they would have covered NoSQL, Kafka and all those things, why you haven't mentioned those things in the resume. Like that thing as well happened in my scenario. Like even later on I told them like, yeah, I have, they covered all those things, but I'm strong in this batch processing and all those stuff. So I have mentioned these areas. And even other multiple interviews whatever I have attempted, right, they have asked related to the DBA background, where I have explained to them like DBA background was a foundation for me. Like even as a DBA, I have learned PSQL, even the SQL stuff, performance tuning, and all those things. So it was like it was the foundational thing for me, which helped me to land into the data engineering domain and to work efficiently on this data engineering domain. That's how I explained myself and projected my technical skills over taking up this question, right? Like DBA background and all those stuffs. So this is how it went through. Yeah.
Okay, so I have just one last question to wrap up this
Yeah.
podcast, Naran. So you started with three LPS something, then internally you got 100% hike.
Yes.
And coming from the service-based background, transitioning from DBA to data engineer role, you interviewed at multiple companies. So at your experience level, how much salary these companies on an average paying for your kind of transition into the data engineer, right? If you can give that
Okay.
range which you got offered by the different companies, considering your experience, past experience, all that theory and all that story which you had.
So I would say like my experience, like overall IT experience for me is 5 years. So for this range, and also I have attempted interviews for 3 years range. So I would say for
Okay.
3 years, whoever attempting interviews or the candidates who were there, I would say the salary would range at least about 10 LPA. So it would
Okay.
go 10 to 15, I would say. So that is how the salary margin it would be. But whoever having an experience 5 years or beyond 5 years, right? I would say it would go even 20. So beyond that, like based upon the companies, whatever we give the interview, right? Like if it is a product based, we do have a scope for even much salary hike. But what I would
Yeah.
say is minimum expectation, it would be about 10. Whoever giving at the mid level or even at the entry level, whoever giving the interviews, right? I would say it would be minimum above 10. That is how it would be. So even in my case, I have got around 100% hike. Like initially I started my journey at 3.36, and later on inside TCS I just got an hike, but it wasn't more. But considerably it was like a good hike.
Decent enough,
Later on, after getting first jump, right, like I just got a considerable good hike, which I'm happy with that. That is how.
No, I guess that's pretty good. And that whole hike and all those things should be considered secondary, because you were aspiring to get into the data engineer role, right? And a lot of people do not get these kind of opportunities. So that is the best part. And now from this point onwards, if you spend just 1.5 2 years in the dedicated data engineer profile and the target then product based company and good companies, it would be like 30 40 50 LPA very easily, right? With the different offers. So cool. Narean, this is very informative discussion, right? I must say, whatever experience you have shared with us, with the viewers, that is gonna inspire them first of all, that yes, these kind of transition are very much possible, and will give them the crystal clear path that okay, how someone should proceed and what they should do, what they should follow. So I'm really thankful that you gave us your time, and a big thanks from my side, from the entire audience side, that you shared your experience. And I personally, as I said, I'm really proud of you, really happy seeing you at this position and into this new journey of data engineering. So for that, all the really best.
And I just want to thank you as well. Like with your podcast videos only, my journey started. So, and finally I'm being here. I'm I am very happy for that. And that's how, and your courses, your materials and assignments for every modules, it really helped me. And even you have guided how to project the experience, and even the career guidance as well, right? In Discord groups, we used to have the communications, right? So it all helped me. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So that is pretty much I had for all of you in this amazing podcast. I'm pretty sure you have now started feeling really motivated and inspiring by watching the overall journey of Narean itself, that how he transitioned from the DBA role to the data engineer. And if you feel inspired, you feel motivated, then there should not be any hesitation to give a like. And obviously, if you have any question, anything you want to discuss, put it in the comment section and I will be answering. If you are new to the channel, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the notification icon so that you are getting all the interesting update as soon as possible. And yes, don't forget to avail the mega Diwali sale offer on the Grow Data Skills, because you are just one step away to start your career in the data with the amazing companies with amazing salary packages, be it data engineering, data science, data analytics, AI, whatever it is. We have covered everything for you. So link is given in the description, or you can visit www.growdataskills.com, avail the mega discount offers. If you have anything to discuss or to inquire, feel free to give us a call or WhatsApp message on this given number. Hurry up, do it right now, and I will see you soon in my boot camps.